Hello everyone! Today, we're diving into a question that intrigues many of us. Why do we look different in photographs compared to our reflections in mirrors? This isn't just about personal preference, there's actual science behind it. When you glance in the mirror, you see a reversed image of yourself, one you've become familiar with, but when you look at a photo, you're confronted with your true, unaltered self. This can lead to surprises and sometimes even shock. So, let's explore the scientific principles behind these differences and how our perceptions influence our self-image. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the reasons behind these discrepancies, but also feel more confident in your own skin. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more weekly videos, and tap the notification bell so you won't miss any future content. First, let's discuss mirrors. Mirrors function through a process called reflection. When you stand in front of one, light rays hit the surface and bounce back to your eyes. This creates a lateral inversion of your image, essentially flipping it horizontally. Because of this inversion, your left side appears as your right, and many people have grown accustomed to this image. This familiar perspective can make us feel more attractive, as we tend to focus on our preferred features in that specific orientation. Research shows that familiarity plays a significant role in our self-perception, leading us to prefer our mirrored selves. Interestingly, studies indicate that our brain's response to familiar faces is linked to the mirror exposure effect, which suggests that the more we see something, the more we like it. This effect can be particularly strong when it comes to our own images, reinforcing our bias toward our mirror reflections. To put this into perspective, think about how often you glance in the mirror each day. Those brief moments accumulate into a well-formed familiarity and thus a bias towards that specific image. In fact, one study found that people rated their mirrored selves as more attractive compared to their photographic likenesses. This discrepancy can sometimes lead to confusion and dissatisfaction when viewing photos of ourselves. Now, let's shift our focus to photography. Cameras capture light as it is without any reversals. This means that when a camera snaps a picture, it presents you in your unaltered state, which can be surprising. Moreover, the way a camera operates introduces various factors that can affect our appearance. Perspective distortion, for example, occurs depending on the distance between the subject and the camera. If you're too close, certain features can appear exaggerated. This phenomenon is often referred to as camera distortion. Many of us have experienced this when taking selfies. The closer you are to the camera, the more distorted your features can appear. It's a common reason why people often prefer taking photos from a distance or using a wide-angle lens for flattering results. Additionally, the quality of the lens, the aperture setting, and the type of lighting used can all contribute to how we look in photos. A wide-angle lens can create a more distorted view, while a portrait lens can soften features and create a flattering depth of field. Understanding these mechanics can help demystify why photos can sometimes be unflattering. Next, let's talk about lighting. The way light interacts with your face can drastically alter your appearance. Natural light, for instance, tends to be more flattering than artificial light, creating softer shadows and highlights that enhance features. Harsh lighting, on the other hand, can cast unflattering shadows and emphasize imperfections. This is why many professional photographers use diffusers or reflectors to create even lighting conditions. The importance of lighting cannot be overstated. It can be the difference between looking camera-ready and feeling caught off guard. Have you ever noticed how different you look in daylight compared to under fluorescent lights? That's not just in your head. The quality of light affects the way colors appear and can impact how smooth or textured your skin looks. Soft, diffused lighting creates a more gentle effect, while direct lighting can highlight every detail. When taking photos, it's essential to be mindful of your environment. Try to position yourself in natural light, like near a window, or use soft lighting to achieve the best results. Always remember that lighting is your best friend when it comes to looking good in photos. Now, let's delve into the psychological aspects of self-perception. Our brains are wired to recognize and remember faces, but they are also influenced by familiarity. When we see ourselves in a mirror, we're viewing an image we're used to, which can lead to a cognitive bias favoring that familiar reflection. Studies show that individuals tend to prefer images of themselves that they've seen frequently, like their mirror image, over unaltered photos. This preference can create feelings of dissatisfaction when faced with a photo that doesn't align with that familiar perspective. It's important to recognize that this critical analysis often leads to heightened self-scrutiny. The more we analyze a photo, the more we may focus on perceived flaws. This tendency is something many people experience, and it's perfectly normal. Moreover, our self-esteem can be significantly affected by these perceptions. When we don't see what we expect or want to see in photographs, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy or disappointment. This is a reminder of how powerful our perceptions can be, not just about ourselves, but also about how we think others perceive us. So, how can we embrace our true selves, whether in mirrors or photos? Here are some strategies backed by science that can help you feel more confident. Experiment with angles. Try taking photos from different perspectives. Understanding how different angles affect your appearance can help you find your best side. For instance, shooting from slightly above can often be more flattering. Cultivate self-compassion. Acknowledge that everyone has moments of self-doubt. Remember that photos capture just a moment in time and don't define your overall beauty. Remind yourself that perfection is not the goal. Being authentic is what truly matters. Shift your focus. Instead of fixating on perceived flaws, try to appreciate the unique features that make you you. Celebrating individuality is crucial for self-acceptance. Write down 3 things you love about your appearance and revisit them when you're feeling critical. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness practices that help you connect with your body in a positive way. Yoga or meditation can enhance self-acceptance and reduce negative self-talk. Let's also consider the role of social media in shaping our perceptions. With platforms like Instagram and TikTok showcasing highly curated images, it's easy to fall into the comparison trap. The problem is that these images are often edited or filtered to create an idealized version of reality. Constant exposure to these perfected versions can lead to dissatisfaction with our own appearance. It's vital to remember that what we see online is often not the whole story. Engaging critically with social media and recognizing the curated nature of online content can help mitigate feelings of inadequacy. One helpful approach is to follow accounts that promote body positivity and authenticity. This way, your feed can become a source of inspiration rather than comparison. Also, consider taking breaks from social media if you find it negatively impacting your self-esteem. A little distance can provide perspective and allow you to appreciate your own unique beauty without the distractions of curated feeds. So, the next time you look at a photo and wonder why you look different, remember the science behind it. Embrace your authentic self, both in mirrors and in pictures. Each reflection and photograph is a unique representation of you. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more scientific insights. How do you feel about your mirror versus photo selves? Share your experiences in the comments below. Until next time.